Somewhere around 70,000 years ago, the entire human species nearly blinked out of existence. Not a war, not a disease, a supervolcano. Here's the strange fact. Geneticists studying human DNA noticed something that shouldn't be there. Compared to almost every other species on Earth, humans have astonishingly little genetic variation. Chimpanzees, our closest living relatives, show far more genetic diversity than all 8 billion humans combined. How is that possible? The answer traces back to a place in Indonesia called Toba. About 74,000 years ago, the Toba supervolcano erupted, one of the most powerful eruptions in the last 2 million years. It didn't just destroy the region around it. It threw so much ash and sulfur into the atmosphere that some researchers believe it triggered a volcanic winter lasting years. Temperatures may have dropped by several degrees worldwide. Sunlight dimmed, plant life struggled, food chain collapsed, and humanity, already a small and scattered species, was caught in the middle of it. This is where a controversial but fascinating idea comes in: the genetic bottleneck theory. Some scientists, including geneticist Lynn Jor and anthropologist Stanley Ambrose, propose that the human population dropped to as few as 3,000 to 10,000 breeding individuals. Think about that number for a second. Fewer people than a small town holds today. That's it. That was the entire genetic future of our species, balanced on the edge of disappearing completely. Every human alive right now, every language, every civilization, every argument you've ever had with sibling, may trace back to that thin genetic thread that barely survived. But here's the twist that makes this even stranger. Not everyone agrees the bottleneck was caused by Toba at all. Some researchers point to archaeological sites in India, where stone tools have been found both above and below the ash layer from the eruption, suggesting some human groups survived relatively undisturbed. So which is it? A near-extinction event, or a resilient species that simply carried on? The truth might be both. Some populations may have been wiped out entirely, while small, isolated groups elsewhere endured, hidden in refuges where food and water still existed. And that detail matters, because it means survival wasn't about how large or advanced a group was. It was about location, luck, and whether your ancestors happened to be standing in the right patch of the planet on the wrong day in history. So the next time you feel like just one person among billions, remember this. At least once before, humanity's entire future came down to a number small enough to fit inside a single stadium. We are not here because we were guaranteed to be. We're here because a handful of people in the right place didn't die.